Monumental week, the week after Thanksgiving. Today's date, 12/2 of 2011. What do we have before us? The S&P 500 closing daily print. The time, 1:09 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12/2 of 2011. We are going to show you that the S&P is up here on a daily topping pattern below that 200-day simple moving average, and that's going to be the wall of resistance. And we came up here to our 1260, right to the penny here, and we couldn't get above it. What it meant was the amount of movement and bull rally, short squeezes that we had in here has brought us to this level. 200-day simple moving average, you will have to consolidate above it. I will once again conclude the S&P closing print at 1244.28. I will also be happy to notify you the 1260 horizontal trend line right here where we have been covering. This is that trend line there. The 200-day simple moving average, there is that daily buying through resistance, exactly what you would want. Within the 5-day rally bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, inside day, what a nice move that was through the key daily moving averages. However, markets were weak up here on that S&P at 1260. And let me tell you something. Like I said, you're going to have to close above that 200-day moving average and consolidate and maintain a 5-day closing level above that 200-day simple moving average on that S&P. If you do not close above this trend line right here in the near term, once you go through it, this is going to be that upper end of this big reversal daily bar that happened back on 11/9. That's going to be 1274. So that 1275 handle, if you do break through, it's going to be that wall of resistance. You're going to have to maintain a closing level above the 1257 handle to have any meaningful area. It means in the 5-day cycle trend that we're top heavy and stocks were selling more into the resistance level in the S&P 500 stocks because of that. Moving on to the Dow. Same thing. 5-day rally gets right up here to our target, right up at the top, right there. And that's that trend line right here. Yes, it is on the Dow. Until you can close above it, that 5-day rally is getting weak because what happens is on the 3rd day, and this applies on all indexes and daily charts with breakouts, what SMF proprietary platform would tell you about this is that you're getting exhausted at the top. After you get through that 3rd day, big breakout through moving averages like that, it's the 5th day, which is today, is where you would have seen, where you would have broke higher right up here and challenged these tops up here, this trend line up here. And you would have broke through it, and you would have came down, and on the 5th day is where you get the continuation of the 5th day rally. It's on that 5th day on narrow range exhaustion short-term tops that you break through there. That did not happen on the Dow, nor did it happen on the S&P, nor did it happen right here on the Nasdaq Composite, my friends, and MMTs, because this is for MMTs and all my friends. However, that resistance level, you have a you start with the gap. And 1 day, 2 day, 3, 4, 5 to resistance. It's the 5th day is where you want to see that you run right through those moving averages, kind of like the Nasdaq comp got above all these moving averages, but we're having a little bit of trouble at the key resistance levels on all indexes, and more stocks were selling than advancing. My point of it is, everyone, is that you want to see that buy through resistance on the 5th day of every kind of 5-day trend, Monday through Friday, or the 5th day of any move. It's always going to be the 3rd day has to be strong and the 5th day has to follow through. We didn't get it. There is going to be a top up here, and I can tell you that in the short term, we have not, and I repeat, we have not broke above that resistance level, above that 200-day simple moving average, and until we do, there will be risk at this resistance level. It's going to have to consolidate up here. It's going to have to work its way, and it's going to have to break higher. That's what's going to have to happen. Once again, same thing on the S&P right here. Okay, once again, same thing on the Dow Jones. Okay, and even so, same thing right here. Nasdaq 100. You have a sell block in the Nasdaq 100 right here. Yeah, 5 days up, but the 5th day was a sell, and it should have been the opposite. Should have been a fat green bar like this on the 5th day, breaking through these resistance levels that are here and getting up here. It didn't do it. It did not do it. It did not take it out. Right here, what did it do in the shorter term? It got right here where the move started down here before they started marking it back up. That was that sell-through program the previous week. No. Nasdaq 100 update.